hoping the lighting would be immaculate in here because I want to do a makeup tutorial for you. And I just want to talk about the products I've been using. I was rewatching some of my videos yesterday and I noticed with myself, like literally in the moment I'll be like, oh, nobody would want to see that. And then when I'm rewatching the videos, I'm like, what was I eating? What was the skincare routine? I want every detail. So today, I guess we're doing a makeup tutorial. I already did my skincare. One of the things I want to highlight during this tutorial is the amount of products that I have switched to low tox, whether it's been reading ingredient labels, checking the apps like Yuka, Think Dirty, you know, that sort of thing, and trying to get a feel for what I think is good and what I think is bad. Something else that's been really helpful is creators who do like low tox videos talking about what they think is good and bad, and then they're going over like their own personal opinions of ingredients, and you can just tell they spend a lot of time looking at it. I have been watching the videos, watching like what they recommend, getting on their little wish lists. And so how I've been transitioning is that, you know, some of the things in my life were maybe low tox and some of them weren't, and every time I run out of a product, I just do my due diligence. Like even the other day I noticed I didn't have Kleenexes, and like I guess 6 months ago I probably wouldn't have thought about Kleenexes in like a low tox type of way, but now I'm looking for like unbleached and bamboo, and you know, just trying to make more conscious purchasing decisions with every item that I add to my home. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna be highlighting that in this video, the products that I like, don't like, what I've tried, everything. So this is my most giddy product. When I tell you I sampled probably 10 or 12 products so far, and none of them were what I was looking for, but this product has been a dream. It's a lifesaver. This is the Centella, okay, I'm gonna read it exactly in case if you wanna look it up. Centella Air Fit Sunscreen Light SPF 30 PA+++. Here's the trick. You're looking for the Centella with the brown lid. Okay, I got this off of Amazon. I have used Centella products before, and a lot of them are known to be just like better or like the best when you're thinking like formulation and science, but also like aligns with my core beliefs. And sometimes like there just isn't something good on the market. So I just bought this on a whim, thinking like, you know what, I really trust the Centella brand. I think like if they don't have it yet, they're working towards it. And then I happened to scan this on the Yuka app, and it's in the excellent category, and it is literally a daily SPF 30 PA+++++. I wish it was SPF 50, but you know what? Did you see how it just blended in? This has all the things that I like about a Korean sunscreen, that it doesn't smell like sunscreen. It gives my face no irritation, no breakouts. It doesn't sting and get in your eyes. I am notorious for getting an under eye rash, especially before I was on my low tox journey with all my makeup and products. So that was something I was like having a really hard time testing out these new products. And then like the lingering acne that I was getting with them, whether it was from irritation or like clogging of the pores or an ingredient that didn't sit well with my skin. This checks the box on everything. There's no, well, I guess maybe like minimal white cast, but very, very minimal. It blends right in. My friends with other skin colors, darker, deeper complexions, they've tried it and they love this one. And honestly, if I didn't tell you it was sunscreen, you would not know. It just feels like a cream on your face. Okay. So now that I'm done raving about that, I want to go on a rant about how some of these products were my least favorite products 6 months ago. And then as I got more tan and my skin complexion changed, I started using these daily, and now these have turned into literally my daily routine. Like I'm using the products all the time. So yeah, anyway, I just want to like highlight how your opinion of things can change over time. So one of the products, this is like one of my favorite products. I love this product, and like I have it in 3 colors, which is excessive because I have a pretty minimal makeup collection. My goal is not to have a makeup collection, but a daily makeup kit with like maybe a couple fun glitter eyeshadows or something for when I'm going out, or like 2 or 3 different lip variations, but definitely like the one that I reach for every single day. So it's just because I couldn't resist when I was at the store, honestly. So I wound up getting this Say Peach Glow. If I did it again, I wouldn't need as many shades of this, but now that I have them, you bet your bottom dollar I'm going to be using them. So I've been using the Peach Glow. I don't actually think that this color is like the best color for me. So it's good while I have a tan and in the summer, but definitely in the winter, I was looking crazy when I put this on because it's just not the best color. But when I tell you, everything about this formula. This is like one of my favorite products. I recommend it to everybody. I think it's so beautiful. The thing about this product is that it doesn't look like a product on your face. Like obviously you can see, I don't think do I have like a filter or something on? It's looking a little too smooth on there, but like just avoid that. But the thing about this product is that you cannot see the line of demarcation where like the product is on your skin, because it still looks like your natural skin coming through with like a slight blush of color, because this has like this dewy, it's just the proper texture for a blush. Like I don't even know how to explain it. I also have it in like a more of like a highlight shade, and sometimes I use it like under my eyes and like a highlight around my eyes, and the way it just like hits, it looks like dewy, healthy skin. If you were trying to fool somebody, you could like wear it at night when you're going to bed and they think you have nothing on. Like literally they'd just be like, oh my gosh, like that's crazy type of thing. Okay, so then this is the Say Dew Bronze. A lot of people online were using this because I loved the Say, it's their blush that they have in this same packaging. Immediately when this launched, and I also had their other bronzer, and it's my favorite bronzer, but it's just too light for me right now. I went out and bought this immediately. This I do not like as much as, I think it's called their Butter Bronzer. I don't like this as much, but I am going to show you what it looks like on the skin. The one thing I'll say about this is I feel like people who have less dimensional of faces and people who have, like this is like a very dewy product. So it will add like luminosity and like, I don't want to say texture, but like sheen. Like, you know how luminosity, like for instance, on my under eyes, I'll add luminosity because it will make them look like more plump. Like it adds dimension in that way without being like a dark depth of color. I don't know if I'm like explaining that. It's a reflection of light, basically. This does that. So people who have like really round faces, I feel like this is like the perfect bronzer for that. Or like me, I have more of like a structured face, so I think that this bronzer on me looks less natural than it would on you. But anyway, I still like it. The color is good for when I have a tan. I would not repurchase this product though, just because their other products, like I'm so sad that I don't get to use their other products like every single day. What are you making noise about? What are you upset about? Okay, cool. He's just down here talking. Sorry about that. Okay. And I just like to use all of these with a brush, but before I had money to like invest in the brushes, I was using my fingers with a lot of these products, and I do feel like the brush makes the difference in why the product looks so smooth on my skin and why I like it so much. Like I definitely did not like this bronzer when I was blending it in with my fingers. Okay, now we're gonna get on to another low tox product. These are all low tox. If it's not low tox, that's when I'm gonna be talking junk. I'm gonna be on it. This is the LYS Triple Fix Full Coverage Brightening Concealer. Again, this was a product that I tried for the first time, and I was using a whole different routine, and nothing about it was right. And for some reason, I got a little bit more tan. I think I switched up my base routine a little bit, and suddenly, like, I don't know why I was so against this product. If it was just that the color was off, so it always looked too obvious on my skin, I don't know. But this is my new fave. I just thought of something. I want to do my eyebrows right away. Yeah, I want to like slick them down. This is the Rare Beauty eyebrow gel. I just want to let you know I got greenwashed into this. Rare Beauty like does not market any other stuff as low tox, but if you look at the ingredients online, it's like a little bit hard to tell. And I wound up getting this, and I'm pretty sure this is not low tox at all, but it does work really well. So anyway, when I first had it, it was just so much work to use, and now it's like so perfect. I'm really struggling with the idea of not having another eyebrow gel and like one that's this good, because I had tried a couple low tox ones, and that's how I got to the Rare Beauty one. I was like, none of these are doing what I need them to do. The other one I tried that I really, really loved, but I cannot figure out if it's low tox or not, is the Kulfi eyebrow gel. It just was really, really good. So anyway, what I like to do is like blend out this inner corner right here first with my concealer. Okay, I'm trying to get it at an angle where you can see and I can see in the mirror, and like we're all getting a good tutorial here. And then I just take, these are all Real Techniques brushes that I just got at Ulta. And honestly, when I first bought them, I did not get the right one, so I wound up spending way more money than I needed to, but you could probably get all of them for, it's like, yeah, it's once you invest in them, I feel like it's just so worth it. I don't know where I was going with that initial statement, other than I wasted money. But I think that's the thing about buying makeup is like, if you're researching what you want to buy, you get swooned into buying so much stuff, and then like once you have it, you just have it, you know, and it's like, ugh, why did I do that? Like a year later, you could like see the end of the tunnel of like how you got swooned into buying it. But when you're getting it, like you don't know what's going to turn out to be your favorite thing or like your least favorite thing. Okay. So now that's done. I'm going to set this with powder. I don't set my face with powder every single day. And again, these powders are like, were on my list of things that I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm ever going to use those. And like, they weren't my favorite products. And as I got more tan, I started falling in love with them. So this is the Westman Atelier bronzer. Just to be clear, I would not repurchase this. I think it's because of the shade and the tone on my skin. It's like too obvious. So if it starts to wear off at all, it's again like super obvious on my skin. And it was just the price point of this. Like, it's a luxury product. This is giving like Chanel YSL type of pricing, and for me that was just far too much to be repurchasing. I will say though, I've used it probably 75% of the days this year. You can barely see the dent I've made in it. Like, there was this little heart pattern in it, and the heart pattern is still there. So this was really good. I also used it for my friend's wedding, and I should have just given it to her because she looked gorgeous in it. And you know, when that happens, I was like, ugh, I don't ever need to use this again. And it was just romantic to have like such a bougie little product and like the hearts and like for her wedding, and it was a good memory, and like I might have to keep the compact for forever because it's just a good memory. So anyway, this is the bronzer powder. And what I find with this one is I have to use this teeny tiny little brush and like exactly place it. Otherwise it literally like looks crazy smudgy or whatever. I don't even know what it's doing half the time. Okay, then this powder, and again, I saw this powder everywhere online, and then when I finally got it, I was like, oh, that is not like the perfect powder for me, but I have it now, so I've learned to use it better, and this is the way I like to use it. It does not work with my favorite concealer, the Tower 28 concealer. I think it looks crazy. Q, can you please stop? Thank you. Okay, you hold on. He's driving me crazy. But with this LYS concealer, it's like, this is such a dreamy combo. So I just have this light color. You do not need a lot of this. And what I noticed is a lot of influencers were saying how amazing this product is. And what that is that on camera, this product does look amazing. It will make your under eyes look so smooth, so just gorgeous. Like, I don't know how to say it. On camera, they will look perfect. But in real life, they tend to turn quite crepey, and throughout the day I don't feel like it holds up that well. So I feel like, again, that's why influencers love it, because a lot of them probably like put their makeup on, film 10 videos, and then like take their makeup right off, or like go hang out in their sweatpants or whatever. But like in real life, if you're wearing this product for like 8+ hours, it just does not hold the same. It doesn't hold. And because it's a colored powder, if you like touch your under eye or something, like the color will change, whatever. So I found that this is like the only way that I like to use it. It does help my under eye situation. Like today I'm going to be wearing this makeup for like probably 16 hours. So setting it with the powder is definitely going to help the staying power of everything. And I'm still going to look great. When I get home, I'm going to look the same as I do leaving the house this morning. And it's like a very lived in natural look. Like, my intention is not to look like I have like a full face of makeup on. It's just to look like a little enhanced, you know? Okay, so another product that I bought, and it didn't make my final cut for like my first round favorites, but over time I'm like, oh wait, like I'm so glad I still have this product in my arsenal. So this is the Ilia. It's like the teeniest, tiniest little brow pencil you've ever seen. I don't use this every day. I still have another favorite brow product, but I've been dabbling with getting into the pencil because my other product is not low tox, and I really want to like this, but I just find that some days it turns out perfect, and some days I'm just like, what was I drawing on my eyebrows? Like, what in the world? So the trick for this to me is to get, you could get a darker color or like the exact same color or a lighter color. Doesn't matter about the color. Why am I going on about the color? You want to use a really, really light hand, like especially when you're doing like these little flicky, brushy motions at the front. A super light hand. The second that I start applying pressure, I start looking crazy. And having like a freshly tweezed brow and a gelled down brow is going to make all the difference in how this brow product looks, because you're really just like filling in the background shadow. Even though it's so tiny, you are not making individual brush strokes. Like, it still looks pretty non-brush strokey. The thing that I really like about this product is that it does have this little brush on this side. So like, if you need to brush out your brows, or like you got a little too much product, that is such a convenient thing to have. It just needs to be a requirement at this point. Okay, let's get into more eyes. So lately I've been using this Kulfi eyeliner. I actually think somehow I got scammed into thinking Kulfi was clean beauty, and I don't remember if this is clean beauty or not. They might be one of those people who's like clean at Sephora, but like not what I would always consider clean beauty, you know? Like, you gotta individually research like every product. But I like to do just a teeny tiny little brown wing. This product I'm not going to be repurchasing. I think I have 3 brown eyeliners right now, so I'm probably not going to be repurchasing a brown eyeliner in a minute, but I do already know which one I'm going to be getting next. Kind of like that Ilia brow pencil. I think I tried like 6 different brow pencils just to realize like I needed to go back to my original brow situation. So I don't have something on the list where I'm like, oh, I can't wait to run out of this, I'm gonna try this next. You know, like when I run out of this bronzer, I think I have another one still. So it's like, that's not really on my radar, but the things that I'm gonna be running out of soon, I'll either repurchase like my fave, or I'm gonna try something new. So I'm always on the lookout. Like, if I saw a really convincing video of a brow product, I'd be like, oh, gotta have it. Okay, so let's get into mascara. I like a brown mascara. For low tox options that are brown, definitely the options are more limited than black, and still people are so, like, not every mascara is a good mascara. Me personally, I have this RMS one, so I'm going to show it to you. But I do like it to be brown, so I still top it with my favorite brown mascara. That's like $5. And I'm having a hard time making the switch from like the cost of drugstore mascara to high end, which I'm only doing to get the low tox benefits. I haven't found a drugstore cost in mascara that's brown and low tox. So how I like to do my lashes is I always go right here first and like try to make the center of my lashes the longest. I don't know when we all started getting bamboozled into like making the ends of our lashes the thickest, but whenever I do that, my eyes just look awful. And I think part of it is that I have more of like a hooded style eye, and so like putting all that volume at the end of them, like even when I would get false lashes back in the day, people would always try to do them like thickest at the end or like thicker, and I was like, do you not see what I'm seeing here, that this looks crazy? Like, if I have the most volume and the longest lashes in the middle, it just like pulls your eye to my actual eyes where I'm looking at you, and it looks so good. I don't know how else to explain it. So the thing about this RMS one is that this is like the world's largest, fattest little thing, and I really have to focus. So what I'm saying about this being so big is that you have to be like super gentle. Like, I'm doing like feather light motions with this. Not the same technique I use for like any other mascara application, but for this it works. Okay, so that, can you see? There's a little bit kind of around the eyes, but you have to wait till it dries. Okay, so that's like my first coat of mascara. Then my second coat, I'm gonna go in with brown, and this is not a low tox product, but I'm gonna go in with just the Essence brown mascara. Again, it's like $5, so it's like kind of hard to make the switch to something a little bit more expensive. I really, if you're looking for a low tox brown mascara, the lowest tox, my favorite one that I found is the Tower 28 one. It's not perfect, but it does work. And I think next I'm also looking for a tubing. So like low tox, brown, tubing. Kind of a lot to ask for. For some reason the day I decided to do a tutorial, I feel like my lashes are looking crazy, but you know what? I probably just put too much time and effort into them. Okay, if I was gonna get carried away and do a setting spray, the one I've been using lately is this Milk Makeup. I think this is like the matte one, but I don't know. I can never get it to spray evenly, but whatever. Okay, I basically just did that for the video because I like rarely do that. I only do it if I feel like I look really powdery, which would mean I'd have to use a lot of powder, and I did not do that today. Okay, and then I think if I was going to recommend a low tox lip product, RMS makes really good lipsticks, but typically I use a lip stain, so I'm just going to show you my lip stain since that's what I want to put on today anyway. So one of my favorite combinations is the CoverGirl Outlast ones. I like the colors Admire for like my inner color, and then Brazen Reason for lip liner, but I mean I have so many of them, so I'm just trying to go through all of them and get rid of them. Like lately I've been using this color Jazzberry because again, like I have it, I'm trying to get rid of it. Yeah, so I don't get to upgrade to low tox lip products until I run out of these, which I still will always want a lip stain on hand, and I have not found my perfect low tox lip stain. The one that I have my eye on is like the Ere Perez. She has a lip stain. Or the 100% Pure. The problem is I don't want them to be purple, but like the bright reds, the bright oranges, like it's just such a no. Like I just can't do it. Okay. Then we'll add the Brazen Reason. I did like slightly overline them, like something went wrong there, so just try not to look directly at that. When you first get these, they have like so much pigment. Like I would go like this, and then I'd just be able to like spread across the whole lip. So definitely mine are like closer to out, and that's why they look so easy to apply. Because the more you use them, the easier they are to apply. Okay, we're calling it. We're done. So thanks for hanging out with me this morning. I think that that's all I'm gonna add to this video. I feel like this was so long, like me yapping about my makeup tutorial. I feel like this is why those influencers used to make like 2-hour long makeup tutorials, because my makeup really on the daily takes me like under 15 minutes, probably closer to like the 5 to 10 minute range. So thanks for being here. Bye.